Eagle 101.7, Jamie Garrett, the All Request. 5 o'clock free ride as we take you home from work with an hour of requested rock. Still to come this hour, Rise Against, Violent Femmes. We're going to do new rock from the Crash Kings. And here in just a couple of seconds, we're going to hear from these guys, Ordain, in the studio. Appreciate you guys stopping by on a very busy weekend with us today. Getting ready for a gig tonight at O'Brien's and tomorrow night with the 5th annual Bloomin' Temple Festival. Scott, Trent, Jeremy, and Matt, appreciate you guys stopping in. As you guys have been, just recently Northeast, then the Southeast, now Texas, and then you're going back pretty quick to the Northeast, which kind of makes sense. You guys are out of Australia via Canada, and you've picked up a ragtag Canadian on the way. But talk to us a little bit about how the tour has been going as you kind of get out there and, you want to get the ears hearing the music before it comes out on CD this fall. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have been up to since we last saw you at the Music Vault just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, well, we've been touring around all around the States, but we've come back down south again just because we've had a great response from the people. We've had a few opportunities to play some big shows, so we can really get that Ordain out there before we start getting that CD on shelves. So yeah, it's great to be down south again, and yeah, we love the people down here. The hospitality is fantastic. So
the CD coming out late summer, early fall. Keep checking the MySpace, which is myspace.com/Ordain. Of course, if you don't know how to spell that. Really, why are we even talking? I mean, honestly, for the love of God. But you guys have the CD coming out. This is something that you've had to kind of work in amongst all the touring. Is that why it's kind of being pushed back a little bit? You've had so much success on the road. It's kind of hard to find a studio to get into with all the gigs you've been playing. Is that what's...
yeah, well, the tour schedule's been pretty grueling, so it's been hard to sort of find the time to polish the recordings we've got. Mm-hmm. But we did lay them down over a pretty extended period. So we haven't really been able to work on them that much. On the road, but we do what we can.
And there's so much that goes into it after the recording is done. I mean, you've got the mixing alone is such a pain in the ass to get exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time in the studio just watching all that get done and throwing in our 2 cents here and there about tweaking a few levels, but it was a massively long process. So we laid down the tracks pretty quickly compared to that. That was really grueling.
Now, you guys are going to hang around a little bit. We're going to get you to play an acoustic track in the studio here in just a little bit. So if you'll stick around, we'll get back into the rock here in a couple of minutes. We'll continue with the All Request 5 o'clock free ride. And then live music in the studio from Ordain. That's on the way as we continue with the All Request 5 o'clock free ride. Eagle 101.7 wrapping up the All Request 5 o'clock free ride as we take you home from work with an hour of requested rock. Getting ready for Bloomin' Temple Festival. Officially kicks off tonight. 3 bands on stage tonight. Aeromyth, Hotel California, and Sigmund Floyd. Floyd is very tough to pull off live, but David Zychek, a local guy, does just a fantastic job with that. You guys, Ordain, playing tomorrow night at the Bloomin' Temple Festival, about a 10 p.m. start time, which in band time means about 10:15, 10:30. And then, of course, tonight at O'Brien's, which is going to be quite an eclectic mix. You've got a Canuck, a couple of Aussies, and an Irish bar. Something that you should know about all 3 countries, they love to drink. So, should be a hell of a show tonight. How many tracks do you guys anticipate the CD coming down with once you get done? Have you determined what's going to end up on the CD, or is that just kind of after the final product what you're going to be dealing with at that point in time?
Yeah, we're going to be working towards maybe about 11 tracks, I'd say, would be the final track selection, maybe a bit more, depending on if anything else comes up in the meantime. But yeah, it's sounding fantastic as it is.
Now on the MySpace, which has become such a great place, so many people have gone over to jump the Facebook ship, but for bands, MySpace is still a great place to go because you can feature a lot of the music. Are some of the early versions of the tunes up on the MySpace for people to listen to?
They used to be. They've actually just come down, but as far as the conversion of Facebook's concerned, I don't think it's too much of a worry for bands because MySpace still trumps it on what's available to fans and what bands can put up, unless Facebook can come up with anything.
Hey, let me ask you this, Mr. Facebook snob. Can you grow a farm on MySpace? Can you play Mafia Wars and shoot people? No, you can't. But no, make sure you check out the MySpace, myspace.com/Ordain. Tell us about the track you guys are going to play in the studio for us here.
It's a song called Paralyzed. It's the first song on the CD. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's usually the song we open up the show with. It's like a big heavy hitter. We like to open the set up with a bang. So, it's a good tune. I hope you like it.
Now, do you guys have a chance to kind of strip down like you've done here in the studio as you've got acoustic guitars and bongos strewn about the place? Do you have a chance to play acoustic, or is it rare and more for the radio station interview type thing?
No, we usually, like at a unplugged venue or something. We love playing acoustic shows, but yeah, I think love the distortion and heaviness more.
Yeah, when you get in front of the crowd.
But you can hear like the real musicianship and stuff with an acoustic, like the raw sound.
Says the man that didn't bring his instrument in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, wait, I'm sorry. That was you that didn't bring an instrument.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry.
That was me, the bassist.
But all right, this is Paralyzed. Is that correct?
That's
all
right.
right.
That's it.
So you guys are all set up and ready to go. So Scott, I hear that you like boys. Is that right?
Whispers lie awake to save my soul. Guilty voices standing in the room. Forgive my aching cries. I'm broken and paralyzed. Traces of my sanity reborn. Fear strikes down on those who hear his name. Those who stand before him hear his name. Live your life of lies. You're broken and paralyzed. Live with all your vanity, no. What if the skies fell through where past reunites? No more sorrow, no more doubt. You fight in this life for what's right. I feel this more now that I realize life comes falling. It's killing me now. My selfish thoughts. Whispers lie awake to save my soul. What if the sky fell through where past reunites? No more sorrow, no more doubt. You fight in this life for what's right.
Yeah. That is Ordain. The song is Paralyzed. You can see Ordain tonight at O'Brien's in Temple, downtown Temple. Great location right next to the Bloomin' Temple Festival. And then tomorrow night you can see him at the Bloomin' Temple Festival. About 10 o'clock will be the showtime for that. Playing right ahead of Slick Fist. Playing out the tomorrow night is Untitled We Stand. Also going to hear from John Holt Experience. And I hope, I know I'm leaving one band out, but we'll see if we can rectify that in the 6 o'clock hour tonight and let you know that last band is playing out there. But it's going to be a hell of a weekend. Come out. Tomorrow night is being kind of promoted as the country night, but don't be discouraged. There will be something out there besides skull cans. You can get some rock and roll on stage tomorrow night with Ordain. MySpace.com/Ordain. Appreciate you guys making the trip in today to talk to us, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thanks a lot, man.